The great Ottoman Emperor, Sultan Muhammad the Conqueror, built the castle of Rumeli when he was only 21 years old, the object of which was, in cooperation with the older castle on the Asiatic side, built by Bayezid the Thunderbolt, to cut the city off from communication with and the possible aid from the Black Sea. Hence, an attack on Byzantium would be successful without any outside help. Evliya Çelebi states that the plan of the castle, which was built in as short a time as 3 months, represents the name Muhammad. Although there were many attempts to seize the city throughout the centuries before the conqueror, none of the Eastern or Western emperors and their armies were able to enter this city. Let us now wander around in the city to our heart's desire. Here is the famous Saint Sophia, which was built 4 different times in the past. The first Saint Sophia was built during the reign of Constantine the Great to pay tribute to Saint Sophia, goddess of wisdom. Then came Constantine II and second Saint Sophia. Then Theodosius II and third Saint Sophia. And finally the fourth Saint Sophia, which Emperor Justinian set out to build after it was burnt down during the Nika revolt. The present edifice is essentially that of Justinian's reign. The fourth Saint Sophia, which was the largest building of its time, is supported by 4 elephants' feet. It is adorned by frescoes and mosaics of Christ, Virgin Mary, Constantine and the saints. After the conquest, Muhammad the Conqueror converted this church into a mosque and opened it for the prayer of the Muslims, saying that the house of God is one. Dikili Taş. The obelisk is one of the best known and most interesting sites of the Sultanahmet Square. It was brought from Egypt during the reign of Emperor Theodosius between the years of 379 and 395 after Christ. The hieroglyphics on the 4 different sides depict the 30 years of the pharaoh Thutmose III. This square is located on the site of the ancient hippodrome where the ruthless Byzantine gladiators rode their chariots. There was a lot of violence and blood. Here, one can almost feel the clamor of centuries long past. The Sultanahmet Mosque, a striking example of classical Turkish Ottoman art, was built in 1617 upon the order of Sultanahmet I. This mosque, which fascinates the viewers with the 6 thin minarets, is unique in that it is the only mosque originally built with 6 minarets. Owing to the dominant blue color of the paint, the magnificent stained glass windows, and blue ceramic tiles used generously to decorate its interior, the mosque is known as the Blue Mosque throughout the world. As we continue our walk, we see the famous Fountain of Sultan Ahmet on our way, which is a beautiful piece of art built with such great taste and elegance that the likes of which one cannot behold anywhere else. The road leads us to a big gate. Beyond this gate is the Topkapı Palace, which was built after Sultan Muhammad conquered Istanbul. The ways of the mind are one and the same. 4,000 years after Solomon, like Alina, the Sultan chose the same site to construct his palace. He could not have chosen a more magnificent site in the city, for this is where the Sea of Marmara and the Bosphorus caress the shores of Sarayburnu. The structure reflects the simplicity and unimposing taste of Ottoman architecture. The visitor who comes here today needs to work his imagination exhaustively to visualize and understand the glory behind the unimposing simplicity of the architecture while admiring the invaluable jewels. Leander's Tower, or Maiden's Tower as is commonly known by the Turks, resists against the waves of the Bosphorus and maintains the memory of a young girl. As the legend goes, a princess was confined to this tower built in the middle of the sea by her father, Constantinus II, Byzantine king, to protect her from the fate foretold by a dire prophecy that she would die from the bite of a serpent. Alas, one day the prophecy came true, and the Princess Hera was eventually bitten by the serpent sent to the tower in a basket of figs as a gift. From that day on, the Maiden's Tower stands sadly alone in the Bosphorus, which opens into the Sea of Marmara. Today, Istanbul is a big city astride two continents, Asia and Europe.